First things first, if you're familiar with this introduction, feel free to skip ahead until the trigger warning for our racist, hate-filled image of the day appears on screen. Otherwise, let me tell you. In each of these videos, I give away a t-shirt from my website, UnionOfTruth.org. That t-shirt goes to whichever comment in the comment section scores the highest on my double-secret proprietary rating scale, and they'll get to pick whichever design they want from the website. Mind you, I give away a t-shirt if the video gets at least 5,000 views and 50 unique comments by the time I start making my next video. I intend to make these videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Official rules are posted just below the like and subscribe buttons. Now, unless you're already fully aware of the following 9 facts, or you have a completely open mind and seek to expand your worldview, these videos might not be for you. Fact number 1. All of our society's root-level structural institutions are controlled by psychopathic parasites who intend to utterly subjugate us. And that's putting it mildly. Fact number 2. No one is coming to save us from them. If we don't take matters into our own hands, we will be utterly subjugated. Fact number 3. We are quickly running out of time to prevent such an outcome. Fact number 4. In order to prevent our subjugation, we need a viable plan of action. Fact number 5. There is no quick fix. A viable plan will need to be very detailed and will require that people must go outside of their comfort zone in order to comprehend it. Fact number 6. As an aspect of its viability, the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it. Fact number 7. Since the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it, leaders will be needed to properly inform and correctly guide fellow citizens who won't put forth the effort to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 8. Leaders will need to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 9. Exemplary leaders are committed to empowering those whom they lead. Exemplary leaders lead by example. And for those of you who are still with me, here's a 10th fact. This book contains a viable plan. The purpose of these videos is to disseminate the information provided in this book and to start an ongoing dialogue about all things related to the plan. You can download a free copy of this book in PDF format from UnionOfTruth.org without signing up for anything or filling anything out. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping you'll take me up on my simple 10-page challenge. It works like this. Read the first 10 pages of the book and fully investigate all the links that are offered in order to discover the following. 1. Am I functioning from a valid conceptual foundation? 2. Have I done enough legitimate research to qualify as someone whose opinion is worthy of consideration? 3. Does the book actually provide a viable and fully detailed plan to thwart the science of fiction? Quite simple, and certainly not too much to ask of any red-blooded American patriot. One last thing. Those of you who are wondering, who is this guy? Should be sure to check out my video entitled, Who is this guy? Please, let us know exactly what you found most hateful and oppressive about that barbarous image. Your feedback is vital to our ongoing mission of greater understanding. All right, in this episode, we're going to go through the section called The Environment, pages 58 through 61. hence the forest-themed ensemble. Now, before I proceed, allow me to remind you that, as stated on pages 34 and 35, the author's purposely condescending tone is not directed at you. It's directed at those who will mock you when you try to share the information with them. Page 58, Section 11, the environment. In regard to the environment, we are only interested in one thing: control. But I'll present it as two separate things for ease of understanding. 1. Gaining and maintaining control of natural resources that we can extract and refine, modify, manipulate so as to control markets and related legislation in order to then force them back on you at a premium to help further our ends. 2. Gaining and maintaining control of as much land, sea, air, and consciousness as possible so as to legally begin herding you vassals into the extremely limited areas we have allocated for your coming confinement, in order to most efficiently, completely control those of you who are left after your numbers have been drastically reduced. We do not care about a sound ecological balance, or any other concept relating to the health of the environment. Not even a tiny bit. Nor is our exploitation of your resources about making money. We can create as much of that as we care to, whenever we like. It is about continually manufacturing costly things that we are able to convince everyone that they need. And those costly things are both products and regulations. Remember that all things manufactured are not necessarily tangible products. Catastrophes and the methods that are needed to be saved from them are some of the most effective products that we manufacture. Can you say cap and trade? How about attention deficit disorder? What about 10 million illegal aliens? Our manufacturing process is about making you powerless and poor in ways that are generally, gradually implemented and that go mostly undetected by the masses of nitwits like you and your neighbors and children. I'll say it again. We do not care about a sound ecological balance or any other concept relating to the health of the environment. We know there will be plenty of what we need left over for those of us who control the cards. That is, after the majority of you dodos have allowed us to cast your genetic material alongside that of the other misbegotten misfits who couldn't continue anteing up enough of the right currency to remain at the table. And you're still trying to reassure yourself that your favorite news personalities on your favorite news channels would be warning you of such terrible things if they were actually true. I know that your maliciously manipulated mind is doing everything it has been trained to do to avoid any manner of truth. That's no secret. I know that what I'm saying sounds like groundless conspiracy theory, so take a very close look at our stellar track record regarding environmental conservation and related responsibilities. Be sure to Google Great Pacific Garbage Patch and fertilizer runoff. By the way, have you ever heard of fracking? Take a close look at what fracking is, and then try to figure out how such actions could possibly be taking place if, in fact, the powers that be cared at all about their supposed ward, Mother Nature. And, while you're at it, try to correctly answer these two questions. Who keeps clouding the sky every day with aluminum, barium, and strontium particles? Is it being done by criminal gang members from the projects? Or Al-Qaeda operatives? Well, thanks to years of ongoing, yet officially denied geoengineering that the vast majority of you are too whacked out to have noticed, there's no longer such a thing as fresh air. There's no longer such a thing as blue skies either. Nowadays, an apparently cloudless sky is merely a bluish white, while the landscape is imbued with a whitish haze. A simple method of recognizing this is to hold your hands up over the sun and look at the area of sky just outside of your hands. You'll quickly notice that the sky is filled with a whitish haze. And if you're in an area where you can see off into the distance, if you're conscious of it, you will notice that objects in the distance are shrouded in that same whitish haze. This is not even taking into account otherwise cloudless days when the sky is filled with lingering, expanding contrails that literally blot out the sun. Regardless of the preposterous precedents that might be cited, any court that would rule in favor of that covert scheme being lawful is by far a greater danger to the public welfare than any gang member from the projects or any Al Qaeda operative. Think about it. Were you asked by any of the civil administrators who gave such action the green light if it was okay with you to have massive quantities of known toxins systematically dumped into the very air upon which your life, your liberty, and your pursuit of happiness literally depend? I didn't think so. I guess they've been too busy protecting you from raw dairy products to have put aside the time to ask. But hey, maybe the continual worldwide rise in respiratory problems and cancers really has nothing to do with the continual dispersal of poisons into the air, the water, and the soil. It could just be a coincidence. Things like that happen. Look at what happened to the price of gold after its legal confiscation, nationalization in 1933. Know this as you continue to hide from the conscious awareness of what we are actually doing. 1. You are hiding within shoddy, poisonous constructs. They achieve only the precise minimum requirements we needed to manufacture them to, so dregs like you would embrace them for such purposes. And make no mistake about it, such minimum requirements have been steadily decreasing with increasing frequency for numerous generations. 2. Like all other bottom feeders, you are filled with and surrounded by nothing but the garbage that those of us at the top drop down onto you. 1. The website for a couple of must-watch movies about fracking. The names of the movies are Gasland and Gasland 2. 2. What is fracking and why should it be banned? Follow all of the links offered at the end of the article. 3. An article about soil depletion entitled Sick Soil. Be sure to take a long, hard look at the graph that shows how a decrease in foodborne minerals has caused an increase in mineral deficiency diseases. Four, a must-read excerpt from the book Toxic Sludge is Good for You. 5. A must-read website that has a bevy of information about biosolids, i.e., toxic sewage sludge. It's important that you read and or watch all of the information provided on the page and that you follow the links offered. Take special note of the many products that are listed in the section near the bottom of the page that is headlined, Warning, Toxic Sludge Products. Toxic sludge is good for you. 6. An article from the Environmental Protection Agency's website regarding biosolids. Contrast what these supposed defenders of the public have to say about biosolids with what the above articles are telling you. Then decide on which party has your best interests in mind. Then carefully consider what that means in relation to the central premise of this book. Seven, a must-watch video entitled Global Warming or Global Governance. Watch it and then think about who is really looking out for your best interests and who is consistently working really hard to divert your attention from what's really going on. Eight, part one of a must-watch documentary about geoengineering named What in the World Are They Spraying? 8A, the recently released must-watch follow-up to the above geoengineering documentary. 9. A Colbert Report segment on geoengineering. 10. An article from the UN News Center entitled Outdoor Air Pollution, a Leading Cause of Cancer, say UN health experts. Well, that's it for today. Let's meet back here on Monday. Till then, I hope at least a few of you appreciate how well my pocket square blends in with this outfit. Till Monday, take good care of yourselves and remember, objectivity, logic, fidelity, because absurdity knows no bounds.